Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Fire Roadmap to FU Money. My name is Brie, and on this channel I talk all things budget, planners, financial freedom, and my personal journey to being financially independent. So if any of those topics sound appealing to you, please subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment below. So today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my budget 2025 and my budget planner, my 2025 budget planner. Now when it comes to budget, for the past, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 years or so, I have been exclusively using a spreadsheet and started using digital envelopes through my bank like a couple years ago. But this year in 2024, with lifestyle inflation creeping in, I decided to try the actual physical envelopes for some of the expenses that were getting out of control. And those expenses are mainly eating out, outings, like family outings, and some of the sinking funds that we have, especially the kids sinking funds category. That was just getting out of control, and it wasn't getting out of control just because of the cost. It was just because sometimes when one of the kids would come and say, "Oh mom, I need to do this, I need to do that," I felt very unprepared. And I was, some of my frustration with the whole system, my kids play sports, is that you don't know how much things going to cost until it's already due. So I was very frustrated by that. But going to 2025, I'm going to be like dedicating special money aside for anything kids sport related, and we'll go over that as part of my seeking funds video. So with that said, shall we start? So this is I also designed, actually I really didn't design, I just converted my Excel spreadsheet into these printables. So that's kind of where my budget planner is from. It's literally the hard copy of my Excel spreadsheet with a little bit of variation here and there. But when you start, I have this. I want to change this. I don't like it, but this was in Canva and I just grabbed it. Then I have my 2025 financial goals here, and I don't know if you guys had seen my first video where I talked about my 2025 financial goal, but one of my goals for 2025 is to be able to save $50,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but I will just show you guys how I plan on saving the $50,000. And this is just not all cash. This is a combination of several things. And yes, so save $50,000 and have my net worth reach $500,000. Right now I think I'm at 315-ish. I don't really know. I only check my net worth once a month, towards like at the end of the month when I do my net worth, update in Excel. But I think I'm gonna transfer that. I've added another sheet over here tracking my network also in the planner. And to track my network, I use this website called Empower Personal Capital. It's great. If you don't use it, you should start using it. So that's my goal for 2025. Save $50,000 and reach a $500,000 net worth. And I'm gonna be breaking down by quarter. So over here I have my Q1 financial goals, and over here I have my savings goal tracking sheet. It's like where this is just to track the $50,000. So there's like, I think there should be 10 lines over here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I have 11, but anyway, the goal is throughout the year I'll be coloring this jar, this savings jar, and hopefully by the end of next year it will be fully colored. And then here is a breakdown of how I'm planning to save $50,000. So I'm going to be using a combination of 401k, my employer match, my Roth IRA, and my HSA. So I plan on maxing out all these four investment tools. So the max for next year in the 401k is $23,500, and my employer match is going to be $4,800, and then I'm going to be maxing out my IRA, which is $7,000, and I'm also going to be maxing out my health savings account, which is $4,300. So adding all this up, I get a total of $39,600. So if I minus the $39,600 out of the $50,000, that leaves me with $10,400. So the $10,400 is going to be what I will be saving cash. And to get to the $10,400, I'm going to be doing these three challenges. I have the 100 envelope challenge, the 52-week challenge, and the monthly savings. And I'm going to have a separate video regarding my savings challenge that I will be doing in 2025, and how I'm going to be doing that, where the money is going to be coming from, and things like that. So let me just put this back here. And then here I have my contribution tracker. So I have this for $50,000, and I also have this. So at the end of the year, I want my 401k to be the $23,500. So what I have to do for that is I get paid like bi-weekly. So I have like 26 paycheck more or less, and a bonus check. So I actually have 27 paycheck in the year. So the bonus one is where it gets tricky, because I'm never sure of how much I'll be getting as a bonus. So, and I do want to get that employer match on the bonus. So I will try to figure out, how to make that happen. So 23,500 divided by 26, so technically it's going to be 900, but it's not going to be 900. Let's see if I do the 27. I just need to figure out how to make it happen. So on average, I have to be saving about almost $1,958 a month to make this happen. But yeah, so here I have my, like I said, my contribution tracker. I have the 401k, I have the match, I have my IRA, the HSA, and then I have these two categories. This is solo 401k, and this is investment, which is kind of like after tax brokerage account. So my goal, I have a solo 401k, and this is where I was putting all the money that I was making for my solo business. It was just going there. I haven't contributed anything to my solo at all this year, 2024. So I'm hoping that once I kickstart my solo business, I will be making enough money to be contributing to my solo 401k. And then the investment, I'm hoping that by the end of the year, this 10,400 is going to go over here. So what I'm going to be doing, instead of waiting until the end of the year to just put how much is here, I'm just going to be tallying every month how much I'm saving. So maybe I don't know if I should change this from investment to savings challenge, but the end goal is going to be, it's all gonna go to investment account. So I might as well just leave it like that. Okay, so that's that for my contribution tracker. And then over here I have contribution and gains tracker. So as much as I love using the Empower Personal Capital website, I have always found difficult to know, like, if my net worth is going up, is it because of my contribution or is it because of the gain? What is it exactly? So what I decided to do is I want to be able to track my contribution, the gains, and then just add up the two. So how am I going to do that? My contribution, I'm going to be getting this number here from the monthly total. So this is going to transfer to January here. And then at the end of the year, at the end of the month, when I update my net worth tracker, I will just minus the net worth. I'll just minus the contribution from the net worth to get the gains. And that will allow me to see kind of, what am I actually making in the stock market. So yeah, so that's this tracker. And then here I have a ESOP tracker. So ESOP stands for employee stock option plan. And this is for my husband's work. He works for a publicly traded company where they can save 15%, up to 15% of pre-tax money. And they have 2 periods in a year. And let me zoom in. And so if you work for a publicly traded company and they have an ESOP program, I will highly advise you guys to take advantage of that if the company is doing really well in the stock market. So the way the ESOP works is that every pay period, a percentage of his paycheck goes into this bucket, and he can track it all on the benefits website or the administrative, I'm not really sure. But anyway, so at the end of the period, so the current period is going from October 1st to March 31st. And then at the end, let's say that he has like $10,000, that's contributed, that is in this bucket. So how it goes is that they will take the smallest price of the stock in that period, and you get a 15% discount on that, and you divide that amount, you divide your end balance by that amount, and that gives you how many shares of the stock you can buy. So let's say, for example, that at the end of each period, right, he has like 10,000. He has 10,000. And then how would I even put this? The smallest amount of the stock is $50, right? Then he gets a 15% discount on that. So he pays 85%. So that is $42.50, right? Then so you divide the 10,000 by $42.50. So he gets 235 shares of that stock. So 235, and then at the end, let's say that on April 1st 2025, that share, instead of $42.50, is at like, I don't know, like 95, right? And you have 235. So your share is actually worth $22,325, and that is from the $10,000 that he spent. So you have a gain of $12,325. But this is going to be taxed. You don't get all that. It gets taxed as is it ordinary income? It is ordinary income. It gets taxed as ordinary income, not capital gain. Ordinary income, not capital gain, because he hasn't held it for more than a year, I believe. So it gets taxed, but ordinary tax income. So yeah, so we've been using this to pay for some of our sinking funds, because it is instant saving. It's money, it's free money. And if you have room in your budget to allow this contribution, even if it's like 1%, 2%, if you work for a publicly traded company and they have an ESOP and the company is doing really well in the stock market, I would say, take advantage of it, but do your homework. This is not a financial advice at all. I'm just telling you guys what works for my family, and this works a lot. It works, yeah, it works for us. And then the next one is my net worth tracker. So yeah, so asset, liabilities, and net worth. But yeah, so those are the tracker sheets that I have, and they are the beginning of the budget planner. Then we go into the monthly. I have January. I didn't really want to change. Well, I should change. I wanted to change this with this from this because I didn't want, I don't know, but I just ran out of time. Basically, it's the reason why I just use the same for my daily and the budget. But I think I will, if I have time, I will just go back and change this. But in the meantime, I have this. And then the monthly, they're all going to be the same as my planners here, as my daily. It's just going to be the same, and that's fine. Yeah, it's going to be the same. Where it gets different is that I have I have the goal action plan for the month, and then I'll have no spend tracker. So I realized I was going through my transaction register. I use a spreadsheet to kind of track my credit card expenses and things like that, and I realized that I was spending a lot on Amazon, and I really want to try and, you know, slow down the purchase on Amazon. Yeah, it was getting to the point where sometimes I would see that I was shopping on Amazon like twice a day. It's just ridiculous. Oh, my kid needs this, just go on Amazon and buy it. Oh yeah, I need this for the kitchen, just go on Amazon and buy it. Oh my god, I love this, just go on Amazon and buy it. So it just, yeah, it was just too much. So what I have decided to do with Amazon, same like I do with Costco and grocery shopping, I'm just going to be not doing this every day, but I will start with just once a week, and I will only get things that we absolutely need. Things like, I don't know, body lotion, deodorant, those toiletry stuff, that's fine. But yeah, so we're going to start, I'm going to stop spending, I'm going to stop shopping on Amazon every day or every other day or a few times a week, and go to like weekly or maybe twice a month. Hopefully I'll get to the point where it would just be like monthly. And also what I also want to do is don't impulse shop. Sometimes I'm on scrolling on Amazon, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cute, and I'll just get it. Oh my god, this is gonna look nice on my daughter, and I'll just get it, you know. So to help me with that, I actually went and delete and uninstall my Amazon app. I do not have an Amazon app on my phone, and sometimes I feel like I'm going through a withdrawal and I'm like, oh my god, I need to check on Amazon, and I realize like, nope, I can't because I don't have the app, and I'll have to go on my laptop and then open it. I do not like the mobile version of the Amazon app. Yeah, I don't like it. It's not really well optimized in my opinion. So but yeah, no spend tracker, don't spend on Amazon, don't impulse shop. And I have this little cute, the trackers over here, and I have the monthly recap. How did it go? I hope it's gonna go well, because I gotta stop shopping on Amazon. Anywho, and here I have my budget. This is where I was saying that this is exactly like my spreadsheet. And the reason why sometimes some of the budget planners that are out there don't work for me is because I start tracking my budget from the gross income that we make, just because I want to see what my payroll deductions are and how much I'm paying in taxes. I don't know, call it the accountant in me, but I want to be able to see how much I'm actually taking home versus how much I'm actually making. And the take home is a little skewed because I have the ESOP, I have the 401k, and all of that retirement contribution that are pre-tax. So but yeah, so I have my monthly spending here. And I don't like to call it budget either. I like to call it spending plan, because I want to be able to, it's like kind of giving a job to every single penny that I'm making. Budget sounds a bit like restrictive, so I like to use spending plan. I prefer spending plan. Some people may prefer budget. And this is kind of why, this is one of the reasons why I do want to change this budget planner, because I want to call it a spending planner. Ooh, I don't think that sounds a little bit too redundant. Spending plan planner. But yeah, so this is my monthly spending plan. It starts with the income, then I have the federal income tax, and I have Social Security and Medicare deduction here, a state deduction. We live in a state where there is no state income tax, but we do have disability and unemployment insurance that we pay, and then health insurance, disability insurance, and FSA and HSA accounts. So after years of not using FSA, we are going back to using FSA just because my daughter is going to be doing attending summer camps. So we are going back to using FSA dependent care. It's the dependent care. And then we both have HSA. And in here I have kind of some of the debt. Wait, why is it credit card 1, credit card 2? Oh yeah, maybe Chase, Amex, and our home equity loan. But I pay this off every month. This gets paid every month. Although the Chase right now has a balance that I need to pay off. Yeah, so there's that. This is not in my Excel. I don't know why I put it here. I gotta think about why I put this debt section over here. But yeah, and then here it's retirement and ESOP. So yeah, you can see 401k bonus. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. There you go. And then savings and sinking funds. I have sinking funds, emergency funds, and investment. And I have the kids section here, the college savings, the school lunch, the trip and other activities, and the monthly allowances. And then in the miscellaneous expense, I have my husband's allowance, my allowance, eating out, entertainment, and other. And then here I have our living expenses: mortgage, groceries, gas, electricity, streaming, water, internet, trash, phone, petty cash, and house cleaning. And then transportation, I have gas, toll, parking, Uber/Lyft. We don't even use this anymore. I should probably remove this. And the bottom section here is my budget summary. So I have a previous month carryover, which I'm probably not going to be rolling over to the next month. I'm probably going to be using that carryover for some of the savings challenges that I have. And then it's the total gross income, the payroll deduction, and then retirement and ESOP. That brings us to the total net income. And then I have the monthly spending, which is going to be the sum of the living expenses, transportation, and kids and miscellaneous expenses. And then the savings and sinking funds is going to be this, and the total debt repayment, I guess that's why I have this over here, is going to be here. And yeah, and then I have the net, which is the total net income minus total expenses. The total net income minus the total expenses. That's going to give me the net, which is how much I'm supposed to be ending the month with, and that will be the previous month carry over in the next month. Or I can just add all that into savings and make it a $0 budget. And then on the next page, I have a weekly spending plan. So this is going to be new just because we are a month ahead in our bills. I mean, not in our bills, in our income. So what that means is that our December income is going to be covering our January expenses. And the last payday of 2024, I believe, is this coming Friday. It's Friday the 27th. Friday the 27th is going to be the last day, the last payday of the year. So with that, I'm going to have a chunk of money in the bank. Most of our expenses get paid the first week, like things like mortgage. And I'm going to use the monthly calendar over here to map out the due date. So I have mortgage that's due on the first here, and I have a whole bunch of things that I do. I have the phone. I found the kids' college savings account as well the first week, and our Spotify is due. We have a family plan, and they did increase the price to, we used to pay 17 something, now it went up, and we pay $22.09, I believe, is how much Spotify is right now. So the weekly spending, I want to be able to, what I would decide to do, what I want to try is that out of the chunk of money that I have, I'm going to be putting down some of the expenses that we have, and then give that amount, give an allowance to ourselves to cover all this. Yeah, to cover all this, and I'll be doing the same every week. And then whatever is going to be left out of this week, out of the weekly allowance, I will be putting that towards savings challenge as well. So yeah, so I have 5 of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have a cash planning for the cash expenses, that the cash envelopes I'm going to be using next year. And I think I have, I don't know, 5 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe more than 5. Oh yeah, I have quite a bit of this. I need to move this around. Yeah, I need to change. Yeah, this is, how many of these sheets did I print? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really 10. But anyway, so that's the cash planning. And then here I have my net worth calculation. So emergency funds, envelope savings, my health savings account. So my health savings account, I have 2 buckets in that one. So per my plan, I'm supposed to keep $2,000 cash, and then anything that is over $2,000, I can invest that. So this is kind of why I have 2 HSA. I have the HSA cash, which will always be $2,000, and then I have the HSA investment, which will be the one that's going to be variable amount every month. And then I have my brokerage account, my IRA, my Roth IRA, my solo 401k, my work 401k, my rental investment, and credit card. But yeah, so I didn't put the HELOC here just because the HELOC is, I guess, I don't even know why I also have the credit card over here, because I want to be able to just calculate my net worth, not just the one with my husband. And the credit card and the HELOC, it's a joint debt, I guess you can call it. So I don't want to add those to my net worth, because eventually it's gonna get paid, and I don't also want to include our house equity in here, just because it's not tangible. Some people would like to add the equity as part of the net worth calc. I don't like to do that because we have a lot of equity in the house, and it kind of gives like a false impression that your net worth is high. Yeah, so we are here for a long time. We have no intention of selling this house. We are in one of the best school districts, and if we decide to sell, it probably won't be until our youngest graduates high school, which is not gonna happen for, I don't know, like 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. So that's why I don't put house in here. I don't put house, I don't put mortgage, I don't put home equity, loan of credit. I don't put anything related to house. I don't like to add that to my net worth. They say you should, but I don't believe in that. But that's just me. If you feel like you want to add your house equity in your net worth calc, by all means you can do that. But personally, I do not like to calculate my net worth with the house equity. But yeah, so there's that. And then on the back I just have notes, and February is literally just going to be the same as January. Literally it's the same. And then I think I only have 3 months over here. I have until just March. Yeah, I have until March. So I need to remove this. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I had printed this transaction register, but I realized that this is just gonna be too much work for me to track in both Excel, because I'm already tracking everything in Excel, all the different expenses in Excel. So I don't really feel like tracking this again in the planner. I don't want to do too much work. I'm trying to simplify my budget, not make it more complicated. So I'm probably just gonna get rid of this, and I think I have to remove it from February as well. I took it out of January, but I forgot that I also had it in February and March. So yeah, so I'm going to recycle those. And but yeah, I think that's it. That's kind of a synopsis, or like a quick flip through of my 2025 budget planner. Let me know if you guys have any question, and actually give me some feedback on the videos, on the content that because I literally just started. This is going to be my second video that I'm going to be putting on YouTube. So just, you know, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and the next video that I'm going to be making is going to go over my sinking funds, because I have a lot of sinking funds and I have a system, and it's not perfect. That's why I'm going to do something different in 2025 to make it more organized. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming up in the next day or so. It's Christmas week, so I want to be able to kind of record tons of videos, because once I get back to work in a couple of weeks, it's back to the rat race. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.